Welcome back to our channel, Like to Crack Math. If you are a first time viewer of a channel, then subscribe our channel and click on the bell button without fail to get future notifications of our video. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about the very first chapter from the NCERT book of grade 6. So the chapter is Knowing Our Numbers. So the very first concept which you're going to see in this chapter is what are natural numbers. So natural numbers are nothing but all numbers that start from 1, 2, 3 and that goes on until infinity. Okay, and the natural numbers are denoted by capital N, and the smallest natural number is 1, and you cannot find the greatest natural number. So your greatest natural number cannot be found because counting of numbers goes up to infinity. Okay, so you can write it simply as cannot be determined. Okay, and now we are going to check if when two numbers are given, how to compare them. Okay, so we are going to see comparing numbers. So suppose you are given 3453 and 1293. The very first step is start from the highest place value. So first write the place value of the digits on top: ones, tens, hundreds and thousand. Similarly here, ones, tens, hundreds and thousands. So now which is the highest place value here? 1000. So here it is 3 and here it is 1. So which is greater, 3 or 1? 3 is only greater. So 3453 is greater than 1293. Okay. Here since the thousands digits were different, it was easier. What suppose 3453 and 3459? That time what you will have to do, once you compare the thousands place, you will have to move on with the hundreds place. So the hundreds place is also the same. Then move on to the tens place. Then move on to the ones place. So in the ones place you have 3 and 9, which means 9 is greater. Therefore 3453 is lesser than 3459. So this is how you need to check which of the given number is greater than the other. Okay, so now since we know to compare two given numbers, so when we are given more than two numbers, what can we do using the concept of comparing numbers is you can find the smallest number, the first smallest number, second smallest number, similarly first biggest number, second biggest number. So when you are able to order numbers in this way, you can easily arrange the given set of numbers in ascending and descending orders. So now let's see what do we mean by ascending order. So ascending order is nothing but when a given set of numbers are given, if you're going to arrange them from small to big, then you call it to be ascending order. So on the reverse side, if you're going to arrange them from big to small, then you call it as descending order. So your descending order is nothing but arranging the bigger number to the smaller number. So these are the prerequisites which you will have to know before we are starting with this chapter. So the first concept which you are going to see in this chapter is the two different classification of numbers or numeration. So the number system can be divided into Indian system and international system. So first we are going to see what is Indian system of numeration, and then we'll be seeing what is international system, and then what is the relationship between Indian and international system of numeration. So to start with Indian numeration, so talking about the Indian system of numeration, we are going to see what are the different periods and what are the different place values under Indian system of numeration. So the very first period which we have is the ones period. So under the ones period, what are the place values we'll be having is ones, tens and hundreds. So these are the three place values under the period 1. Okay, so moving on to the next periods, it is thousands. So under thousands we have 1000 and 10,000. So this is the second periods which we have, and the third periods which we have in Indian system of numeration is lakhs. So under lakhs we have lakhs and 10 lakhs. So finally we are having crores. So under crores also we have crore and 10 crore. So this is the Indian system of numeration. So how to write this in our numerical form? I'm just giving an example. 4762139440. So how can I read this in the Indian system of numeration? So beginning from the right, what we'll have to do is a comma is put after the first 3 digits. So after these first 3 digits, we put a comma. And then after every 2 digits, we put a comma. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's it. So this is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000s place, lakhs place, 10 lakhs place, crores place and 10 crores place. So how can you read this? You can read it as 47 crores, 62 lakhs, 13,940. So this is about the Indian system of numeration. So now we'll move on to the international system of numeration. So under international system of numeration also we have different periods and place value. So now let's start with the very first periods which we have. So it is ones period. So under ones period you will be having ones, tens and hundreds. So the next periods which you have for the international system of numeration is the thousands period. Under your thousands period you will have 1000, 10,000 and 100,000. So after the thousands period you will be moving on to the millions period. So under millions period you will be having million, 10 million and 100 million. And finally we move on to the billions periods where you will be having billion, 10 billion and 100 billion. So this is our international system of numeration. Okay, so again, how to write or represent international system of numeration in numbers. So I will take the same example which I have given in the previous thing. So 4762139440. So here from beginning from the right, a comma is put after the first 3 digit, and after every 3 digit we place a comma. So here it is ones, tens, hundreds, 1000, 10,000, 100,000 and then million, 10 million and 100 million. So this number is read as 476,213,940. 40. So you can see the difference, right? So in the Indian system of numeration, we read the same number as 47 crores 62 lakhs 13,940, whereas in the international system of numeration, we read the same number as 476,213,940. So next we are going to discuss about the relationship between the Indian and the international system of numeration. Okay, so suppose we are given a number 100,000. Okay, so we have to express the same number in the Indian system. For that, what I am going to do is, first I will write this number name in the numeral form. So ones place, tens place, hundred place and a comma, then thousands place, 10,000s place, and I will put 1 in the 100,000s place. So the same number, what is the value for the same number in the Indian system? So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write the same number without any comma. So it is like 1 followed by 5 zeros, right? So the same thing I'm writing. So now what I'm going to do to this number is place the commas according to the Indian system. So according to the Indian system means beginning from the right, a comma must be put in the after the first 3 numbers followed by 2 numbers, right? So now I will write the place values: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000 and lakh. So what is this? This is 1 lakh. So my 100,000 in the international system is nothing but 1 lakh in the Indian system of numeration. So similarly, we'll just move on with another example. So my next number would be 1 million. So now I'm going to write 1 million in the numeral form. So it's like ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000 and 1 million. So now our next step is I will write the same number without comma. So it is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Now I will place commas according to the Indian system, that is beginning from the right, comma is put after the first 3 digit and then after every 2 digits. So now I write the place value here. It's ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh and 10 lakh. So what is this? This is nothing but 10 lakh. So 1 million in the international system is nothing but 10 lakhs in the Indian system. So now let's see another example of the same. So the number which I am going to take now is 10 million. So my 10 million is again ones, tens, hundreds, comma, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, comma, million and 10 million. So the same number I am going to write it here without commas. So 10, 000, 000. So for the Indian system, we begin from the right and place comma after 3 digits and then after every 2 digits. So now it's ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh and crore. So this is nothing but 1 crore. So my 10 million in the international system is equal to 1 crore in the Indian system. So now we will just do it the other way around. Okay. So let us take 10 crore. Okay. So let's take an example of 10 crore. So now we are going to check the value of a given Indian system to the international system. So 10 crore, how will you write? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore and 10 crore. So the same number we will be writing it here without any commas. So now for the international system, we'll be placing a comma after every 3 digit from the right hand side. So it's here, here. So now ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000. Okay. And then what is this place? It is million, 10 million and 100 million. So my 10 crore is nothing but 100 million. So my 10 crores in the Indian system of numeration is nothing but 100 million. Okay. So now what did we see in this video? We just saw what are natural numbers, how to compare two natural numbers, how to order them in ascending and descending order, and the two system of numeration, that is the Indian system of numeration and international system of numeration, and the relationship between the Indian and international system of numeration, right? With this, we come to the end of the video, and if the video was informative, do like the video and share the video with your friends so that you can throw light to crack their math.